Hello and welcome back to the Lincoln Loco 2. Today we have got potentially actually 4 games for you coming today. Well, actually, I say potentially, there are 4 games. 2 of them we're going to do properly. 2 of them we're going to do sort of a bit more of a highlight package. But we've got Man City coming up first before we take on Burnley, Newcastle, and then Man City again. Man City, of course, in the Carabao Cup semi-final, Burnley and Newcastle in the Premier League. First of all, apologies for no video yesterday on Thursday. I've just been quite busy with some other stuff and I just didn't really have any time to make a video that would come out in time yesterday. So I do apologise for that, but hopefully today makes it up. We've had some good victories today. Hopefully win all 4 games today. That'd be fantastic. Anyway, since you were last here on Wednesday, I believe it was Wednesday last time you were here, when we beat Arsenal, we drew with Arsenal 1-1, sorry, then beat Southampton on penalties in the Carabao Cup quarter-final. We have played 4 games since then. Actually, we've done pretty well in most of them, with a 3-1 win over Aston Villa to kick things off, Chiesa with 2 and Gustavo with the other one to make sure we controlled that game and picked up all 3 points. We then took on Swansea at home, and again, this time a 3-0 victory. Gustavo, Pelican, Andreas this time on the score sheet. We then had a very narrow loss to Manchester United. We should have won it 3-2, but unfortunately, Klaassen and Sebastian Slinkia both scored own goals, which was quite frustrating. But Hart, Pelican, and Chiesa got on the score sheet for us at least, which was slightly good, I suppose. Well, it was very good until we scored own goals and things like that. But it was looking pretty good as we were 2-1 up for quite a long time. And then they sort of scored a few more goals, courtesy of Slinky's own goal as well. It wasn't brilliant either way, but I suppose we do lose some games every now and again. But last time out, we did redeem ourselves with a 1-0 victory. Peter Pelican getting the goal against West Ham United in the FA Cup 3rd round. So fantastic stuff there. Other than that, there's not an awful lot to update you on, really. Obviously, we're still in the Champions League. We had that draw last time around, so Inter Milan is going to be coming around maybe next episode. Depends how we do against Man City today and if we get to the Carabao Cup final, because that will come next episode. I'm not quite sure that's going to fall, but we have got Inter Milan coming up very soon in the knockout stages of the Champions League, which will be really good fun. But to kick things off, we do have the first leg against Manchester City at Manchester City's ground. We have had to make a few changes due to players being injured and needing rest and things like that. So we do have a starting line of Slinkia in goal with a back line of Jimenez, Payne, Smith and Klaassen. If we look down here, Doherty is on 80% condition. He's not very fit at the moment. He can't really play today's game, which is a bit unfortunate, but we should be okay. Nesvich also is in desperate need of a rest. So we're going to rest him for today's game against Man City, which is a little bit of a risk perhaps, but I'd rather save him for the next second leg. That's probably going to be a bit more important. I think we can get a good result here today against Man City. Andreas Nagli, as per usual, in the middle. Gustavo and Hart in the attacking midfield, with Pomeroy starting on the right today, because if we try and find wherever he is, Chiesa is also on 83% condition. I want to rest him, make sure he gets enough rest and stuff for the next few games as well. And Bizu is going to be leading the line for us, because again, Pelican on 91% condition could play. He'll probably come on as a substitute at some point, but I want to give Bizu a go today. Only with the 8 goals so far this season, level with Luis Gustavo, but I do think Bizu can get to that 20 goal mark this season. Right then, kickoff is upon us here today, and as I said before, I think we can get a good victory here to get it against Man City. I do feel like as long as we don't lose today, we should be absolutely fine to reach the final. I think Man City, not quite the team that they are in real life, not quite as dangerous, and I feel like we have got the upper hand on them. I mean, we're very evenly matched. You could probably say Man City are the better team on paper, but the way we've been playing this season to the way they've been playing this season, we are the better side, I suppose, in form and things like that. But we have just given away a penalty less than 5 minutes into today's game, and this penalty could be huge in the grand scheme of things, as Vitor steps up and sends the keeper the wrong way. City go 1-0 up with only a second goal of the season as well, which is even more annoying. But we now have an upward battle against us. As you can see here, it's a perfect penalty, to be fair. Even if Slinky went the right way, he's not saving that. We do have a highlight though, straight from kickoff, which is interesting. Now, back in like FM17, this guaranteed a goal for one of the two sides. Obviously, SI have sort of cottoned onto that in recent years, and it doesn't now mean a certain goal, but it used to mean a certain goal, which used to be quite exciting. And it's, well, maybe it does still mean certain goal, because we're now 2-0 down within 6 minutes. And this happened last season, if you remember rightly. We had Arsenal last season in the Carabao Cup semi-final. We did another episode like this. We played both games with highlights of the games in between in the middle. And I think we lost every single game. So hopefully this isn't history repeating itself. City, though, are coming forward again. And, well, this could be a kind of a pointless episode, to be fair. 20 minutes into today's game, not even 20 minutes, and we're already 3-0 down. I just said let's not lose. As long as we don't lose, we'll be okay. But, well, I mean, this has not started off well. I mean, I can think of better ways to start games, and I can think of better ways to play football as well, but clearly we're not doing that right now, and I can already see where this is going. Already, you can see that they're right over there, they've cut inside, and I mean, is there any point doing the second leg at this rate? Really? Is there any point? This is the worst we've played all season. The very worst we have played all season. I don't think I've seen us play this badly for a long, long time. And it just happens to come in a semi-final. Again, Bizu's got a goal back, all right? The comeback is now on, hopefully. I mean, I'd love to see that from Bizu. He's picked the ball up out the back of the net, taken it back to the centre circle, and he's ready to play again. No celebrations there from the lad. Just straight in, gets the ball, let's go again. That's what he says. And the highlight straight from kickoff. And judging from the earlier performance, I think there potentially could be another goal coming right about now. Man City might think they're going to have another chance of scoring, but the ball pumped forward isn't brilliant, and we do actually retain possession as Hart gets it into Andreas. Andreas coming forward on the ball. Andreas still on the ball. Nothing really happening though. Agni, come on lad, into Hart. Hart to Pomeroy. Pomeroy back to Hart. Are we going to find a way through this Man City defence as Andreas gets it forward to Jimenez, who can put it across. Bizu, brilliant. 2 goals in the space of, 30 seconds. Bizu's 10th of the season. It's 4-2. We're slightly back in it now. Slightly back in it. And potentially the comeback is on a bit more than it was before as Bizu puts that in the bottom corner. If we can grab a third goal before half-time, that would be pretty crazy. And I could lose. I'd take losing by a 1-goal margin. If that was what was going to happen, I would take losing by a 1-goal margin. But we had to get another goal in order to lose by 1-goal margin at least. So, Hart on the ball, up to Luis Gustavo. Back to Hart, to Andreas. Back to Payne. Hart. I'm getting too excited talking about this right now as the ball forward is absolutely atrocious, and City coming forward down their left-hand side of the pitch through to their number 7. It's hit the post. We've been saved by the post. Well, for the final 5 minutes of this first half, we've played some football, but before that, we were absolutely dreadful. So I expect to see a much better showing from you in the second half. Agni and Pomeroy, they're not fussed about that. So they're probably going to come off the pitch very soon. If you're not looking motivated from that halftime team talk, you've got to come off the pitch pretty quickly. So I think we'll be doing that very shortly. Early highlight though for Man City though, we can't let them score another goal. That'd be just game over if they score another goal right now. It's nearly a perfect interception. They send it just wide of the post, but a good bit of play from Man City there. We have to be careful. Now they're looking frustrated by whatever feed. Why is my microphone just falling down? That's a bit weird, isn't it? Let me just boost that. Why is it just... It's just falling. I don't know if... Look, you can see it on there, look. It's just dropping. That's not meant to be happening. Because now I've got to go really low down. That's not... I don't want that at all. And I'm trying to fix this. I've just wasted, all that second half then, pretty much. We should have made substitutes by now. Klaassen clears the ball and the microphone's still falling down. What's going on with it? Okay, stop focusing on that, Tom. Focus on the game instead. That's what's more important right now. You can mess around with this in a minute. Right, Payne. Great interception there. And Jimenez now can clear the ball. Agni can clear the ball. Can someone clear the ball, please? So we can just try and go on another attack. As Payne plays out towards Jimenez. Jimenez to Luis Gustavo. Jimenez up towards Bizu, who's looking for his hat-trick in behind the defence. Saved by the keeper. And now we are going to make changes. We are going to take Agni off for Luizu. We're going to take Pomeroy off for Chisa. And we're going to bring Pelican on for Bizu as well, which is a little bit risky because he's got 2 goals already, but I'd like to see what Pelican can do with 20 minutes in today's game. Show some passion out there, lads. And now I'm going to sit back and watch us win 5-4. I mean, at this stage, the microphone's fallen off. You can't even see it on the screen anymore. As Pelican just scored a goal. I was too busy looking at the microphone. I've got like a spanner, wrench thing, which might tighten some of the bolts in it. I don't know if that's the issue or something. Or is it this thing up here? Does that need tightening? Yeah, okay. It was just one thing that needed tightening, obviously. I don't need this. Let's put this. I've missed watching the replay as well. So you guys have seen the replay. I've not even seen that goal. So you guys can tell me in the comment section if it was good or not. But we are now back in the game, that's now too high. That's actually fantastic. We're back in the game, which is beautiful. And I can stop focusing on the microphone because that's fixed now. And we've got a chance straight from the kickoff to come forward once again. Now Gustavo on the ball to Pelican. Got the goal. We've brought it back from 4-0 down to 4-all. And you love to see that. What a game this is turning out to be. So Gustavo got the ball. He just chipped it forward towards Pelican, who's in between the defenders at the near post. You love to see it. I mean, Man City 4-0 up and you effed it up completely. I mean, they'll probably score a goal in the 90th minute now to sort of ruin my vibe, but if we can go on and score, imagine if we go on and score a fifth now that would be pretty incredible. As Jimenez coming forward to Andreas, Luis Gustavo, into Andreas, up towards Chisa. Can he put the cross in? He can't quite put the cross in. Now it's Man City coming away with the ball. Oh, their number 6 is on it. Their number 7's in the middle. Free, isn't he? It's going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's happened. It's disallowed. It's disallowed. You love to see that as well. Back to 4-4. Fantastic stuff. If we can just see the game out now, I'll take a 4-4 draw. I mean, 5-4 would be brilliant, but to come back from 4-0 down to this, that's superb. If we can get one goal right now at the end of the game, Andreas nearly does, to be fair. I think we can still call this the miracle of Manchester. A 4-4 draw after being 4-0 down. Now that is a performance. Well, at least it was performance from 40 minutes onwards. For the first 40 minutes, I'd rather not talk about that ever again. So now we've got 2 league games in the middle of the Man City games. We've got a Burnley, and I think it's Newcastle United playing as well. So what my plan is, looking at the time as well, because I've now got to edit this as well. I meant to be taking my sister to like a party, and then I'm out. It's like 4:15 now, and it's 4:15 now. I probably won't finish recording this until 4:45. Then I've got to edit it, render it. It might be okay actually. It might be okay to get this out. I was then panicking. It might not be okay to get this out on Friday night because I'm rushed for time. I've been very rushed for time over the past few days or so, which is why I've had no video yesterday, sort of thing. No, we should be fine. We should be fine to get this out. I mean, obviously, if you're watching this on Friday, it was fine. If you're not watching this on Friday and this came out on like Saturday instead, you'll know that it wasn't fine. Anyway, I've now made it to the Burnley game in pretty good time, actually. So enjoy the highlights of this. I'll play it. You'll see the highlights, and hopefully we pick up some wins. Unless, of course, there's actually no highlights at all in either the Burnley or Newcastle game, and then it will go really quickly. It has occurred to me as well. I've not shown you a table yet either, so I'll do that now. We're second, obviously, behind Tottenham, whereas we lost one game in between episodes. Tottenham won all of theirs, so they are ahead of us by 4 points currently as things stand. For some reason, I wasn't sure why it's 4 points. Smith just scored his... What perfect timing that was. Obviously not perfect because I was on this screen, wasn't I, at the same time as they're scoring, but we can watch the highlight together now. Smith gets his... That should be a penalty. It doesn't matter. We scored actually, isn't it? So it doesn't matter at all, but Smith heads it in at the far post. 1-0 Lincoln. And that makes sense now because obviously we're playing right now. Tottenham have already played, so we're now 2 points behind Tottenham. That's why I was a little bit confused then as to why we're so far behind Tottenham. I just sort of took it at face value. But yes, we are now 2 points behind them, and that makes sense because we lost the game between episodes, but they won all their games. So there you go. That's my explanation for the table right now. Is Bullivant comes forward and gets tackled. Now, is it Burnley? Are they going to score a goal now? Because it bloody well looks like they're going to score a goal. They do score a goal. I'm going to stop talking because that seems to signal goals, and I'm a bit nervous now. 1-1 could be how the game is going to finish, unless Pelican can score a goal. We can't score a goal. Honestly, lad, I thought you were going to do that for me then, because I started talking, and you mess it up like that. We've got the corner, though. Chisa to put it in. Pelican... Okay, you didn't quite let me down because it technically was the same highlight there. But we have scored the goal, 2-1. I've spoken literally 3 times, not thinking anything's going to happen from it. And all 3 times we've scored a goal. I am going to stop talking now. I'm not going to say anything else for the rest of this game because hopefully that means we're going to win it 2-1 now. Oh yeah, Pelican came on as a substitute. We took Bizu off for him and we made some more substitutes as well, but I don't really care. The no talking thing didn't work because there's been another goal. But luckily, it's for us to make it 3-1. So you can see it here on the replay. Jimenez crosses blocked, goes out to Luiz, who came on a substitute. Woodward Bullivant, who's played the whole game, plays it back out to Jimenez, who can just pop it into Pelican, who grabbed his second of the game. Also, he came on at 60 minutes, so in the past 2 games, he's played 50 minutes and scored 4 goals. He's getting a goal every 10 minutes, which is pretty decent. The game, though, it does finish 3-1. We pick up the 3 points today. Goal for Smith, 2 goals for Pelican. Bish, bash, bosh. It's almost a perfect win because they scored a goal, so it's not quite perfect, is it? But now we've got Newcastle coming up, so we will sort of whiz forward to that Newcastle game, and we will play that game, and then that's on a Friday, which is quite nice. It means we do have actually quite a nice bit of time off before the Man City game, which I believe is on the Tuesday, if I'm correct in thinking. It should be on the Tuesday at least. So we've got a nice bit of time in between games there. So actually, we didn't have to do as much resting of players as I thought we might have to do. And now we are here for the Newcastle game. Newcastle are sitting 10th in the table, so they're not actually miles away from us. So they are a decent side still, but we need to be playing at our best today to make sure we pick up all 3 points. We have rotated the side a little bit again. Barnett's on the pitch, the young guy, and Cookie's on the pitch as well. So you can see we have rotated some key areas as Barnett gets his first ever goal for the club. This is beautiful because this is perfect, because I'm talking now, there's the goal. Because usually when we do kind of highlight things, I'll talk over it anyway and then just edit it down to when we score goals that have near misses and things like that. I think this time, every single time I've spoken, there's been a goal. I've just stayed quiet for the rest of it. So this for me is like an editing beauty. It basically means I don't have to go and chopping through everything and trying to find the right bits of footage and things like that. It just means I can go to the bit where there's audio and I know that we've scored a goal. It could be ruined here now because... or maybe not. Hopefully they score a goal because... no, actually, hopefully they don't score a goal and it will sort of... okay, now we've got the chance to score a goal because... this would mean I might have to cut this bit out, you see, if there's no goal. Because then... but then if I'm talking, you'll know that there's a goal. So maybe I should keep this in even if we don't score a goal. But then that ruins my editing sort of plan. I was thinking it's going to be perfect because Chisa comes forward. Barnett. What happened there? Anything? It's a corner for us, apparently. So Chisa can swing the corner in. And it's cleared, but only as far as Smith. It's cleared again, and that's the highlight. It's ruined the thing, but you were expecting a goal, and he didn't see a goal at all. But there is another chance for us to come forward as Cooks can put the ball in, and Barnett grabs his second. So actually, that was sort of continuing from my last point of talking. So I suppose technically it kind of counts still, maybe. Newcastle, though, are coming forward, and Payne just about manages to clear that ball somehow. I'm not entirely sure how he did it, but it doesn't matter because it went back in, and Newcastle have picked up a goal themselves now. Now that's even more perfect timing. I took a risk. And I went to go and fill up my drink whilst the game was playing, and I've literally come back to see a goal. I mean, you'd love to see this. It's all working out for me today. It's fantastic. As Chisa plays it back to Luizu, who, scores a screamer, to be fair. That is a bona fide screamer. Honestly, today's episode is like the episode of miracles. We had the Manchester miracle. We've had the miracle of every time I've spoken, there's been a goal. So that reduces all the editing for me, which is perfect. I need to get going pretty soon. So to get it all edited and stuff and then uploaded, that should be fine for time for that. It's just been a miracle episode. Okay, so there was one more goal that I missed. Okay, so there was a goal that I have missed. Newcastle have just scored a goal on the counter-attack. They hit the post and then it's sort of, just luck that falls into their man's feet. 3-2 on the score sheet, 7 minutes to go. I think we should be okay, if I'm honest with you. But it doesn't matter because we've won it 3-2 in the end. Another 3 points picked up there, which is absolutely fantastic. A little bit close on the score sheet there towards the end, but it sets us up very nicely for this game against Man City coming up. And now we are finally back for the feature match. It's the game against Man City, which is currently poised at 4-4 on aggregate. After, of course, City went 4-0 up, and we brought it back to 4-all in the Miracle of Manchester. Can it extend to be the miracle of the Mark Mason Memorial Metrodome as we go on to reach our first ever major domestic cup final, which is a bit of a mouthful to say, but there is potential for that. We are putting out our very best lineup for this game, which I think is going to be enough to win it. So we've got Solanke in goal with a backline of Doherty, Nesvich, Smith and Klaassen, Agnew and Andret in the middle, Gustavo Hart and Chisa on the wings, and Pelican leading the line starting up front. So I'm excited for this. I think this is probably the best lineup we've possibly got. And if we can't beat Man City with this, then really, what can we do? So then, kickoff is upon us. Man City in their very nice purple kit. It's a kit that I really like, actually. I wish Lincoln City had that kit in real life, because it's a really nice one. Although, in real life, Lincoln City, literally today, actually, as you're watching this on Friday, they released a new third kit, which is it's like a blue kit with a bit of green and yellow and red on it to commemorate Lincolnshire Day, because they're the colours of Lincolnshire, apparently. However, Lincolnshire Day was on Tuesday, and the kits come out on Friday, which is a bit weird in itself. But we also had a game on Tuesday where we could have worn the Lincolnshire Day kit on Lincolnshire Day, which I find really weird. I don't know why I've not done that. It just seemed like a bit of poor timing and marketing. Or either a very rushed thing. Could be quite a rushed thing. Perhaps they tried to do in the last few days. I don't know. But it didn't make sense either way. But it's quite a nice kit, to be fair. So have a Google of that. Either way, we've got a free kick, which Doherty has put just over the bar. Now, is the League Cup, the Carabao Cup, I don't think it does away goals, which is quite annoying because we'd have 4 away goals there, which would be really, really nice, as City have a free kick, which also goes high and wide. But now perhaps we do have a chance of our own to score from open players. Smith coming forward, plays it in towards Hart, who puts it towards Chisa, who has got the most assists in the Premier League. 10 of them now, apparently, according to some sort of stat that I saw in between games. We have lost the possession, though, and Man City are coming forward down the right-hand side of the pitch now. Vitor coming forward, plays it across to their man, number 22, and he's scored the goal. So, I mean, that's not good. What is positive, though, at this stage of the game, when we played Man City in the first leg, we were already 4-0 down. So we are making steady improvements. However, we did score 2 right before half-time, and I can't see that happening right now as the clock ticks down towards half-time, and there isn't a highlight. So we're still not in the clear of winning this game. Again, aggressive at half-time. So the great opportunity to show the pundits they've been right to back you all season, and not so much motivation from the players this time. A few green faces, but not a lot. So we need to work particularly hard now. However, nothing is happening yet. We're going to say demand more. We're going to go on to attacking. I mean, even if we just score a goal to equalise things and go to extra time or penalties, what we do? I think it's straight to penalties, isn't it? I think. But we're not doing that. Why aren't we doing that? Hart's going to come off the pitch and we're going to bring on Bizu up front as a complete forward on support. And Pelican can be an advance forward on attack. Please, lads, don't let me down now. After coming back from 4-0 down, you can't let us lose 1-0 to City at home. Show some passion. Very attacking. This is the episode of miracles. There's no miracle happening in this game so far, lads. Please. I want to get to a cup final. We've had FA Trophy and not Carabao Cup, Pelican! That was a miracle. That was a miracle. Nothing was happening there until the defender just put it in the path of Pelican, and the miracles keep coming in today's episode. As I was saying, though, all I want to do is just to reach a cup final here. Look, what an assist that was, to be fair, from the Man City man. What I was saying, though, I want to reach a major domestic cup final. We've won FA trophies, we've won the EFL trophy, but we've not come anywhere near really an FA Cup or a Carabao Cup, and this potentially could be the season. Push forward. We're on very attacking already. Please, one more goal will do it. Instead we're going to go to penalties, which isn't too bad. We'll take a penalty shootout unless it's extra time. It's a shootout. Okay. Well, Bizu has to be number 1, clearly, because he's got the best penalty-taking stats, followed up by Pelican and I suppose maybe Chisa up next, and then Agnew, because he's got slightly better composure and penalty shooting. And then we'll probably put on Klaassen, Andreas, Gustavo, and then the rest can sort of decide to themselves. So, a second episode in a row with a penalty shootout. City are taking them first, which is maybe slightly advantageous to us, as Salinkia saves the first one. Bizu's penalty then, he is going to have his penalty saved as well. That's not part of the script, lads. As then number 7 is going to take his penalty now, and he is going to have it saved as well, which is good. Brilliant. Thank you for that. Pelican, don't let me down like Bizu let us down. Pelican, score this one. He does. Brilliant. Okay, we're now 1-0 up in the shootout. All we have to do is score 2 more, and then we have won the penalty shootout, as long as they don't score another one, as they've scored 1. So it's... Oh, no, wait, actually, no. We do have to only score 2 more, do we? Oh, I can never work these bloody things out. Under the pressure of being on camera, I always falter. When I'm editing, I'm like, this is bloody obvious. Why have I not said this in the video? But under the pressure of recording, you make these kind of mathematical errors. But they've got 1 more penalty left, haven't they? And then, okay, so we score, they have to score, but that's the kind of what it is, isn't it? So Agnew scores. They've got to score now. If they don't score, we have to score, we win. So we're in the commanding position still, which is good. But of course, now we've got to wait for all the bloody walk-ups to go on. Right, go on then. Missed your penalty. Salinkia saves it. He stood in goal. He didn't move at all afterwards. Everyone else ran to the corner, but he just stood in goal. We've won it on penalties, though, which is fantastic after a 1-1 draw. Another miracle. Quite frankly, an episode of Miracles today. So you can already tell what the episode title is going to be. But we are going to go to our first ever major cup final, domestic cup final that is, which is fantastic. When is that? There, against Unknown, which is also, coincidentally, 2 games after Inter Milan. So next episode, we're going to go for Inter Milan and then Unknown, which is going to be fantastic. So thank you very much for watching today's episode. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time for a cup final, which is mental. So that's on Monday, so you have a weekend to wait, because I'm away this weekend as well. I'm very busy at the moment. I'm also away next weekend, and I'm in Istanbul next weekend and things like that. I'm very worried that I'm going to miss the launch of the beta of FM20. Hopefully I don't, though, but we'll see. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Goodbye.